Hi there, this is your girl Tennessee Cutie coming back at you with my review of the Braxton Family Values. This is the very first episode of the second season, and although I did watch the prior season, I did not do a review. This is my first time doing reviews, and you can check my channel out for my reviews of the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Basketball Wives. I've just done the first review for the first episode of the Housewives of Atlanta, and I just reviewed for the first time. Although I've been watching, I just reviewed for the first time my viewing of the Basketball Wives LA, and I will continue to review them every week thereafter. Braxton Family Values. I love me some Mama Braxton. Mama Braxton is the epitome of what a mama is. I think of my mother when I see her, and all of the girls, the ladies, seem to be very respectful of their mother. But Tamar, I guess because I'm an only child, I just don't understand. I'm from the South, and for them, they're from Maryland. They're now in Atlanta. They're South, but I'm from Tennessee. And, for being from the South, I just don't see ever raising my voice, sucking my teeth, popping my mouth. Oh my, I just can't imagine, even at the age that Tamar is, talking to anybody like that. My mother would be like, "You have lost your mind. Your ever living mind." Okay. But anyway, the Braxton Family Values. I love me some Tracy because it's some bull. She always said this is some bull. And unfortunately, Tracy is banking on this reunion of the Braxton's family album to kind of reboost her career that she left behind years ago to take care of her family, to start a family with her husband, and they have a son. But boo, you may have to just let that ship sail because as much as you want it, your siblings don't have the same desire. Trina is finally coming off of a cover band to actually produce and record her own music, which is something that she's wanted to do. She's excited about that. And I'm going to get back to Trina. Tamar, we all know, is an attention seeker and has been wanting to have her own record career going. And so she feels like, and if she's going to give up that, then Tony should give it up as well. But that's not realistic. Tony is an established star in her own right. And like she said tonight, it would confuse the audience as to what she's doing. She got the Braxton family thing going on here, her own solo project going on here. So Tony is legitimately concerned about her image and doesn't want to overstep it. And then Tawanda, oh, we need to get to her later too. Like, she needs to get her home life together. Talking about acting, what is going on? Like, why don't you and your husband have a place to live? And uh yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all of them. So let's just start with the Braxton Family Values reunion. Glad to see Vincent back on on the show. I know that since the filming that he has gotten sick, but apparently he's gotten better. So we want to shout out to Vincent. Get better. We hope that everything is better for you and you're doing well. But the first and glaring most thing for me is Tawanda Braxton, who was Tony's assistant, who quit to go fulfill her dreams of acting. Her husband is an aspiring writer. That means both of them are in careers that generate no income. Aspiring actors and actresses don't have any money in the beginning. Ask anyone in Hollywood. Writers don't have any money unless you have a job, what they call a day job. And why are you all going from pillar to post? I mean, what is going on? Why can't you go get an apartment? You can't even afford a one-bedroom apartment, but you all gonna live in somebody's house in one of their rooms. And I don't have any siblings, so I can't say that I would or would not say, no, you can't live with me. But I do believe that when you are married, Trina, you need to ask your husband or at least talk to your husband about major family decisions. And I'm so glad that the doctor they went to go see told her this. You don't make a decision like bringing people into your home. 4 people, your sister, her husband, and their 2 kids, they're not giving any money. They're not buying any groceries. They're not paying any utilities. They're both there all day. They're disrespectful of his time. He works from home. And then you're going to yell at him. If you don't want to be with your husband, if you don't trust him, and if you all have that much, you need to just let it go. I mean, it's dysfunctional. It is totally dysfunctional. You talk to him like he's a child. I mean, it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing, and you should be embarrassed to do that. I mean, I don't mean to be as judgmental as I'm being, but you put it on television for me to see, and what I see is that you all are not equally yoked. You want to be the man of the family. You want to be the one that's in charge, and you want to tell Gabe what you are and aren't going to do. Why are you married? Just be by yourself. Men are supposed to lead. Men are supposed to be the head of the home. He's a provider. He's trying to provide. If you're going to take him back after his infidelity, then you have to let that go. That can't be a hanging over his head for the rest of the marriage. Otherwise, what was the point? What was the point of staying together? So I just totally disagree with that situation. And I'm glad that Gabe just stood up and said, look, he hit him with the, well, I wanted to bring y'all out and I wanted to talk to you. Okay, when y'all leaving? He didn't know how to get it. He didn't know how to say it, politically correct. When y'all leaving, basically. And they're talking about less than 30 days. What does that mean? When y'all leaving? And that's all I want to know. Give me a date. Give me a date. When are y'all leaving? And for him to come back and say in his interview, I believe it when I see it, that's not encouraging. I mean, that's crazy. He didn't need to ask them when they're leaving. He needed to say, by blank date of the 30th day of blank month, I'm going to need y'all to be out. The house locks will be changed. And it was nice doing business with you. Adios. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Um, uh, Tamar. Tamar is so whiny. I mean, I guess her sassiness was, it can be cute when you're like 10. A little sassiness and, you think you're cute. But that does kind of grow old. And again, not being judgmental purposely, but you put it out there for us to see. And I know that you can give two rat butts about what I'm saying. But what I do know is that the image that you're portraying is, again, a disrespectful image to your husband. Although I believe that Tamar does listen to Vince when he finally can get her to shut up. Because he does have insight on the things that she's complaining about. But I did feel like, and I'm glad he called her on this, I did feel like Tamar was being a little bit cocky about people calling her to work with her. You know, you can get called to be worked with, sis, but don't get it twisted. If you're not coming in there and bringing the right attitude, you will be let go. It's simple as that. They don't have time for it. They don't have. There's too many people that want to be in those positions to have any foolishness. I don't care who you're married to, and obviously for the last 2 years, like Vince said, they weren't calling you. You've gotten a little buzz off this show, and that's fine. But know that you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to produce. You're gonna have to actually produce. And so, you can be cute. You can bleach your skin. You can wear your long, luscious weave. You can plop around and pose in the house and whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to produce a product, and that product has got to be on point, and you got to have the fans want to buy your product. Now, I was actually surprised when I heard Tamar singing her portion of the theme song for the show in the recording booth. I actually thought that sounded very much like Tony's voice. So it was interesting to hear that Tamar probably is when I thought I was hearing Tony a lot, I was actually hearing Tamar. So I thought that was very interesting. But I did feel like Tamar always feels like she's being jumped on. And that scene with Tracy, Tony, her mom, and Tamar, I do feel like Tamar is always like, oh, you're jumping on me. Oh, nobody likes me. Oh, everybody's after me. But you can't talk to. I mean, I know that her anger and her words were not directed at her mama, but your mama's in the room. And if your mama don't know that you're not talking to her, then she's going to take offense to it. And Mama Evelyn said, don't get it twisted. I will slap the piss out of you. Try me. That was so classic, like Southern mama. Yeah. How do you slap the piss out of somebody? But I wouldn't want to try. I would not want to know. I would not want Mama Evelyn to try that with me. So I'm just going to believe that Mama Evelyn can slap the piss out of somebody. I thought she was going to slap the piss out of Papa Braxton at that table last season finale, but I guess, he laid it low and laid it wide. But anyway, Tony moved into her new home in LA. And, she's just trying to maintain her career. She's trying to get it back on point. She's trying to get it back together. And that's what she's trying to do. So hopefully she's able to do that. She's able to, she has a fan base overseas, I'm sure. She has a fan base here. She could probably do smaller venues. She did the Vegas thing. She did the Broadway thing. So hopefully she will definitely be able to continue her rise in her career, and as a single mom, be with her boys. She was on Anderson Cooper's show talking about swimming in the snow pond. She's gonna swim in the snow, so we'll see how that plays itself out. Because in the episode, as you saw, she was talking about dating her ex-husband Carrie from Mint Condition. So we'll just see how that plays itself out. She's not talking about Carrie now, so of course this was filmed some months ago. So we'll see. Um, and we talked about Tracy. Tracy was looking to move and to make some moves based on this album coming together, which doesn't appear to be happening. And so Tracy just needs to decide for herself what it is she wants to do. And it looks like she's going to try to go back to beauty school. Immediately, when she said she was a beauty school dropout, I'm thinking Grease. I'm like, what? Beauty school dropout? Is Frankie Avalon going to come singing out of the sky? I mean, what in the world? But you're a beauty school dropout. You're a mom. You're like in your 40s now. You're trying to go back to beauty school. And according to the previews, you can't even do a wet set. I mean, okay. So this should be interesting. We'll see. But it definitely does appear that they're going to be entertaining. That they're going to, show the sisterly love, but also the sibling rivalry is going to be not up a notch. So we'll see that. But overall, I'm just going to wait and see. This is a short review because, again, not really much was given. It was like a little bit of an introduction or reintroduction to all the ladies, their mom. And according to some of the blogs and some of the previews that have already happened around the different cities, it's going to be revealed that I think Mama Evelyn's going to have her a boo this season. And we actually might get to hear Tamar's single that she's recorded. So let's just tune back in next week. This is Tennessee Cutie coming at you. If you like my review, please subscribe. I'll be doing more. Bear with me. This is my first reviews that I've done for Real Housewives of Atlanta. First episode 11 of barbecue. Oh, I was going to say barbecue. Basketball Wives. And this is my first review of Braxton Family Values. I'm hoping that I will get more comfortable and they will be a little bit better. But in the meantime, please give me comments. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will definitely try to answer. And check me out on Twitter at Tennessee Cutie. For updates. Also, a very good friend of mine has a website called Poptimal. It's poptimal.com, Popitmal. You'll see it across the bottom in the link. And you should check it out. It's a pop culture website that reviews all types of shows, not just the ones that I'm talking about. But he's a very good friend of mine, and he's been having this site has been up for a few years now, and it's very good, and I think you'll enjoy it. So check it out. Alrighty, have a good one. Bye.